Sometimes I don't understand the news, why they focus on what they focus on instead of having actual balanced news. I'm reading this article about this huge gun rights rally in Richmond. Of course, we know about it. I've been promoting it on January 20th in the year 2020. There's a lot of 20s there. January 20th, 2020. Well, they're expecting 100,000 people there, and Governor Northam says, oh, yeah, we suspect there's going to be some out-of-state militia groups coming to cause trouble. So therefore, we're going to declare martial law, or whatever he calls it, state emergency. And he says, well, so many words, we knew 100,000 people are coming with guns for a gun rally, legal guns, legal gun rally. All of a sudden, he's saying, oh, you can't have those guns anymore. By the way, I don't care if you're halfway across the state in a minivan or whatever on your way here. Last minute, we're pulling the rug out from underneath you. You can't carry a gun on the Capitol steps or even on the Capitol property. So where are they supposed to put these guns? In a hotel where it says no guns allowed? Or in the back of their trunk? If word gets out of that there's 100,000 guns worth at least, what, 100,000, maybe $500 worth of guns each? Do the math. $500,000, 500,000. What is he? Oh my goodness, way up in the millions of dollars worth of guns. And maybe with a crowbar might say, I hit the jackpot. Let's see what they're saying in USA Today. It says that the white supremacists are coming to take over the world or something like that. And they're literally saying they're coming to throw over the United States. Give me a break. 6 white supremacists, even if they exist. How are they going to overthrow the United States? They make it sound like a big boogeyman thing or something, or a six-pack of boogeyman. Let's read here. Today's issue, January 17th, 2020. News of the arrests come a day after 3 other suspected members of the base were arrested. That's supposed to be the white supremacist group called the base, like a big giant group or something. Maybe there's a few people that call themselves the base. Maybe they are, maybe they're not white supremacists. They're certainly not that deluded that they're going to think that 6 of them are going to overthrow the country. And there's no reason for a state emergency because of 6 people delusional enough to think they're going to overthrow the United States. Anyway, it says the 3 Georgia men identified as Luke Austin Lane of Floyd County, Michael Hildebrand of Dalton, and Jacob Kadari of, it looks like Dracula, is Dacula, D-A-C-U-L-A. They're just missing the R. It would be Dracula. We're planning to overthrow the government. This is a quote, USA Today. Quote, overthrow the government and murder a Bartow couple, Bartow County couple, unquote. Floyd County police said in a statement. Now that's USA Today, the largest newspaper in the United States, justifying that Governor Ralph Northam of Virginia, that he's justified for taking away the rights, not allowing guns there at a gun rally, and calling a state emergency. You know, anytime somebody wants to selectively enforce something or selectively demonize something, it's not hard to do. If you got 100,000 pro-lifers coming, hey, come to think of it, let's wait for those demonizations. The Roe versus Wade rally is coming up, oh my goodness, January 22nd, the 47th anniversary of Roe versus Wade at the Capitol steps in Washington, D.C. Now, who are you going to pick? Some pro-life weirdos or something that want to kill abortionists or something? I mean, I think that's only happened once in the history of the pro-life movement. Yeah, but they might come up with a boogeyman for that, or they might be happy. They don't go out of their way to say, let's say there's a rainbow march or something. They don't go out of the way to say, oh my, we found 2 homosexuals that were planning on overthrowing the government or something like that to try to make them look bad. They wouldn't do that. I mean, it would be nonsense. Nobody would think 2 or even 6 in this case, 6 gay rights activists, something would overthrow the government or even think that they could overthrow the government. I mean, come on, you need a small army for that. I never could understand how liberals ever think they could run anything if they're not pro-gun. I mean, how would they fight a battle anyway, unless they usurp the military or something like that? Or, come to think of it, declared martial law or a state emergency, in this case, as Governor Northam has done. So let me give you a little bit of information on this rally coming up. 100,000. Now, this is not from USA Today. This is from special guests promoting guests to talk about this rally. 100,000 Second Amendment advocates are expected to participate in a pro-gun rally on Virginia Capitol grounds in Richmond, January 20th. One of the speakers is going to be Stephen Williford, the hero who shot back an assailant at the it's at the First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs, Texas. Getting a little confusing. So many mass shootings at Texas churches, can't keep them straight these days. But it was a good guy with a gun taking out a bad guy with a gun, and now he's going to be talking to about 100,000 people, explaining how there should be other good guys with guns getting trained and being prepared in the churches and schools and stuff like that in the future. This is being sponsored by the VCDL, which stands for Virginia Citizens Defense League. They have other speakers there as well. And so far, all I see in the media is these bad, horrible white supremacists going to this big bad gun rally. What are you going to do? So we'll see what happens on Monday. Hopefully there's no wild things that go on there. But if there are, it was Governor Nordstrom who pretty much started the thing.